And welcome to the stage, your second act of the night. It's your friend of mine, Drew Stearne!
Wow, give it up again for your first act. Emmy, wasn't she fantastic? I bumped into Emmy on the way in, and she said that she liked my haircut, which I was quite happy about, because some of the men who are a bit older in the room might recognise this as a stage 1 comb over. You can always tell, because the parting starts way back over here. It's basically the rest of the hair going, nothing to see here. It's not a problem you're going to have to worry with. Like, I've been looking at your hair from the back of the room. It's like you've killed Aslan and just stuck it on your head. Like you're about to get cast in a Timotei ad. Like you could double for John Bon Jovi in a cover band. Like, I'm so jealous, it's ridiculous. I've had a bit of a rough week. I had a series of gigs lined up. It was meant to be some of the biggest gigs I could have possibly asked for at this point in my career. I was going to be opening up as the warm-up act for a comedian on his UK tour, and he cancelled on me last minute. And I've been trying to explain to my parents what a warm-up act actually is. And my dad couldn't grasp it. I said, well, you know what, like when you're watching the football, right, a big game, and the players are waiting in the tunnel to come out, and sometimes the player at the front is holding the hand of a small child. It's essentially what I was going to be, which is doubly disappointed because I'm actually older than the comedian that I was going to be supporting. But that just reflects really what my teacher said about me when I was small. Like, oh, wee Andrew, you know, he's a lovely boy, he's just a bit slow. Because in the 80s, you could call kids slow. That was just fully acceptable. I've got kids now. If a teacher called my kids slow, I'd be writing a strongly worded letter to the head teacher. But in the 80s, if I came home and said that the teachers had called me slow, my dad would say, were you being slow? Yeah, there's so many reasons now that you wouldn't do that. Like, there's loads of reasons why otherwise intelligent children don't perform academically. You know, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, and all those kind of conditions. An absolutely intelligent child might not be able to perform. I have what doctors have referred to as old-fashioned stupid. No medical excuse whatsoever, just genuinely a little bit slow. Not having these gigs was a real kick, because I could have done with the money, because I got made redundant a while back. Oh, thank you very much. From a job that I'd had for 16 years. Yeah, fuck job security, asshole, thought you were there for life? Yeah, I thought after 16 years I was on a pretty good run, but no, you're right, it is laughable that I had that comfort in my own job security. 16 years and I got laid off because my job got replaced by AI, which was really disappointing. Not so much that I lost my job. Like, I have the kind of job that a slow kid could have that AI could genuinely replace. But it's the fact that I feel shortchanged, because I grew up in the 90s on movies like Terminator 2, right? I always knew that AI was coming to destroy me, but I thought it would come in the form of Arnold Schwarzenegger in a torn leather jacket and a shotgun, not Jill from HR over Zoom. Although, to be fair, there was a delivery at her door during the call, and she did say, I'll be back. In a Scouse accent, weirdly, as well. It sounded much better. With this extra time that I've got on my hands now, my wife said that I should use it to learn new skills, work on real personal growth. So I did. I sat on the couch and achieved 2 stone of personal growth. Right here. It got to the point where I started noticing that people started standing up and offering me seats on buses. Not entirely sure why. I got told I looked like the pregnant lady warning symbol in profile. Big line with a circle through it. I wanted to use, I'll come back to that later. The job that I lost, I did like. I did enjoy my job, and I've been very, very fortunate for a slow kid. I've had some very, very fun jobs, and when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was work in television. And my friends all got really cool jobs in television. We all studied television together, and they went off to work on shows like Big Brother, and some of them went off to work on shows like Country File. And I got a job working on a show called Babe Station. Is everyone here familiar with what Babe Station is? No. Absolutely not. For those who don't know, It was a precursor to a lot of what became like cam girls and now OnlyFans, and it was a television show where there's a naked woman on screen and you could call and actually talk to her. And it was, we did that, we did some more hardcore shows, and we did just regular porn stuff. It was a very odd place to work, but it was a place of work. So we had to do admin, so we had like regular desks, and we had a reception where you'd come in and do normal reception things. So we had a kitchen, except in our kitchen, when you open the dishwasher, pull out the drawer, what you're presented with is just a multicolored sea of waving dildos. That's how we cleaned them. And I've been doing this bit for a couple of weeks, and a woman came up to me after a show and said, you know what, you shouldn't actually put dildos in the dishwasher. It's bad for them. And I said to her, you've never had to clean 17 of them at the same time! The studios weren't active during the day. That's when we fixed equipment. Baby oil gets everywhere. And one of our studios had a sex swing. And the thing is, if you go into a room with a sex swing, you kind of want to get in the sex swing just to try it out. And the thing is that getting into a sex swing is incredibly difficult. Getting out of the sex swing, two-person job. That is a phone call I never want to have to make to reception ever again. With the time that I had off, I thought I'd be a bit more helpful with my kids, and helped out with my son's school trip to the Natural History Museum. And the trip went okay. You realise that kids now grow up knowing they can't get hit. Because one of them said, when the teacher asked him what his favourite dinosaur was they'd seen, he pointed at me. Little shit. When we went to go home, the head teacher said, okay, can everyone just go to the toilet so we don't have to go in the train? So the girls go in the girls' toilets, boys go in the boys' toilets. She said to me, Mr. Stearne, do you mind just going in with the boys just to make sure they're okay? Because there are no other dads on the trip, no male teachers. I went, yeah, okay. And I go in. And now, I wanted to be the cool dad for my son. I'd wear like cool trainers, nice jeans, like leather jacket. And I'm in there, and I realize all these kids are wearing school uniforms. And all the teachers outside are wearing these high-vis jackets, name and school on the back, big laminated badge. And there I am, in my leather jacket, just watching. I think this might look a little bit dodgy just as this tourist comes walking in, surveys the carnage of all these 8-year-old boys trying to use the toilet. And they're me. And he looks at them and looks at me, and kind of concerned, he says, are you their teacher? I looked him dead in the eyes and I said, no, I'm just watching. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been fantastic. My name is Stearne Oct.